What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to Rebuilding Chelsea. Today we have Bournemouth at home in the Premier League and then Leeds at away in the Premier League. The first two games of our Premier League season. Back in the Premier League after being relegated to the Championship. We are back where we should be. And I think we should be challenging for the title. I told the club I would be willing to get in the Europa League. Like, that's my goal, is to get Europa League football. But I think we have a chance to win this league. So that's what I'm aiming for. We have made a few signings. If you haven't seen the off-season special, we've made a few signings. We've made one sale, but it's not a significant sale. We've got two signings confirmed, and we've got one more signing that's going to come in that hasn't come in quite yet. Should be in before the Leeds match, I think. But he's got to wait on his work permit. So I'll show you the one who's going to be coming in first, because it's going to show up as soon as I bring up the transfers. Michel Genovese, guy we've looked at quite a bit, just an amazing center back, and I had the money left over he's the third signing I made, obviously. I had money left over after I made the first two, and I just had to sign him. Like, he's just so good. I wanted a world-class center back, and that's exactly what he is. So he's going to be coming in. Work permit decision on the 11th, so he'll be coming in 3 days. I'm sure he's going to get that work permit. He's 9 appearances for Italy. He's the main man in the Italy squad. I think he's the best young center back in the world. He just looks so good as a ball player as well. Like, he's got everything. So it's a lot of money, but he was transfer listed for $102 million. So I couldn't afford to do it all straight up, and I didn't know if they would accept it if it wasn't all straight up. So I offered $50 million up front and $52 million after however many appearances, and they actually accepted it. So that the only deal I could have done, because I had like $60 million left in my transfer budget after I made my first two signings, so I couldn't do it all in one lump sum. But luckily, they accepted it over two payment installments. So he's going to be coming in. I think he's going to be huge. In terms of the other transfers we made, let's go back one. I signed another youngster, Isaac Hall, just on a free, just a warm body. I need more bodies for our under-23s team. We don't have a whole lot of players in under-23s team, so I wanted another player there. He's got good physicals. He's a non-foreign, so just a punt. And then another free signing, Jose Cabrera, just another center back, another punt. Really good heading, really good determination, pretty good physicals. So, yeah, just another punt, just another warm body I needed for the under-23s. Got him on a free, so. Another signing that was for compensation, only $3.9 million compensation, but Steve Tricker, just a 19-year-old striker that looks really freaking good. He's English. I got him from Manchester City. I think he could be a really good player. Obviously, his passing's a little bit low, vision's a little bit low, but he's got everything else, really, that you need for a striker. So I think he could come good. He's got 5-star potential, so I like him. Potential to be a Premier League striker in the future, so I like Steve Tricker. Then the two other money deals we made were Andrew Mather, who's going to be our starting box-to-box midfielder. $33 million, raising to $35.5. I had a lot of trouble finding midfielders. This is the best I could find. He's got really good physicals and really good mentals. He's got some pretty dang good technicals. The only thing he's missing is tackling. He's not natural at a midfielder, but I think he can easily play the box-to-box role. He's got long shots. He's got the dribbling. He doesn't really have the tackling, but he's got everything else. Work rate's great. Stamina's great. Really fast. Really good balance. So I think he's better than 3 stars. I think he's at least 3.5, if not a 4-star player. I kind of disagree with the star rating for a couple of our players that we brought in. I really like Mather. And then the backup that we brought in, which we actually brought in for more money, but he has 5-star potential. He's got the potential to be an absolute stud. 45, raising to $52 million. A lot of money for a backup, but it says he's 4 stars, but again, I disagree with that. I think he's actually like a 3-star player. Compared to Mather, he's just not as good. Like, if we compare them, it's not even close. Yet he's 4 stars, he's 3 stars. Whoever's getting these star ratings for me is not very good at their job. But he's a pretty good player. He can play deep line playmaker on defend if I need him to. He can play that box-to-box role. Really good stamina, really good work rate. The only thing he's missing is dribbling, but I'm working on it. Hopefully we can get it up. He's only 19 years old, 5-star potential. So I had a lot of trouble finding a second central midfielder, and he's really the best I found. So those are the signings we made. I'm pretty happy with the signings. The only sale we made was just a youngster, Jason Monks. Just a guy in the under 23s that he's really fast, but he doesn't really have anything else. He can't finish. He can't pass. Not very much composure, no decision making. I just don't think he'd ever turn into anything. He's got like 3.5-star potential, I think, but I just don't see him ever reaching that. I don't think he's ever going to be a player for the first team. So I figured if I got an offer of $5.5 million for him, and I couldn't turn it down. So just some free money, and I got 50% of next sale. So if he does turn into anything, we'll be getting a lot of money for him. So I'm happy with those deals. But we've got the first game of the Premier League season. We are back in the Premier League. And this is the squad I'm going with for the first Premier League match. I'm doing a little bit of rotation because I think we should be able to beat Bournemouth with a few backups in there. So it's normal back line, except Nicholson comes in for Joe Blake. When Michel Genovese comes in, I think he's going to replace Diaby because Blake was actually really good last season. A little bit better than Diaby was. So he'll probably replace Diaby, and I'll kind of rotate between Nicholson, Blake, and Diaby for the second central center back spot. Bust comes in. Again, I want to give him a lot of football. I think we can play him in this match. I think we've got the advantage over Bournemouth. I think we're the much better team. So he's going to play. Finally, Marcus Connor comes in instead of John Ring. So those are the only changes I made. I didn't want to change the team up too much, but I wanted a lot of our high potential players in there. So let's get into it. Let's play our first match with Chelsea back in the Premier League. I'm going to say we owe Bournemouth after what happened in our last match. Go out there and get revenge. Solaire's the only one that didn't respond. I have faith. It's almost time for kickoff in the Premier League. You must be excited. I'm ready for the challenge. We all worked hard to be promoted. Now we're here and we're prepared. Bournemouth are unbeaten in 8 matches against Chelsea. Can you end that run here and now? Every match is a new opportunity to write history. We're not concerned with what's already happened. Obviously, the previous managers were absolutely shambolic, so I think we're going to be a lot better against Bournemouth than they were. Bournemouth shouldn't be one of the better teams in the league. I think they're like a mid-table team. We should be a top-half team, so bruised hand for Dawson, that's fine. I think he's going to be okay. I think he can get through with a bruised hand. You don't even need your hands. Why would I care if it's a bruise on your hand? Yeah, he's fine. Connor puts a ball in. It's going to find its way to Preben Busk. The youngster, the new player, scores on his debut. Gets headed towards goal. Keeper saves it. Connor with the ball in. Enrique heads it, hits the keeper, but it falls right to Busk. He gets a goal in his debut. What a good start to the game. 10 minutes up, 10 minutes in, and we're already 1 goal up. Connor with another free kick. That is my... Oh, it's on TV. Should be on... Yeah, it's on TV. Okay, that's right. I thought it looked weird. And Marcus Connor is injured. That's not ideal. I guess John Ring comes in. Or I might play Phil Savage. Let's give Phil Savage a run out. I think we're going to win this game. We're already in a good spot, so I'll rather play the guy that has a little bit more potential. Obviously, Ring's the much better player, but I don't want to risk him if I don't need to, so going to bring in Savage. If we need to bring Ring in, I can move Savage to the right wing or attacking mid or striker. Preferably not striker, but right wing or attacking mid, I think he's fine in those 2 areas. Sands with the ball and gets headed out by Alak. Wilson with the ball. Why? It feels like it's on director. Why does it feel like it's on... Wait. No, I want it zoomed in all the way. Why does it feel like it's on director? It feels... I don't know. It's reversed. That's why. I think that's why it was weird. It's on reversed. We have been the much better team so far. 7 shots, 3 on target. That looks better. They have their first highlight, really, though. Going to play from the back. Thompson with the ball. Back to Sula. They're being a little bit dangerous, but he kicks it long. We're going to get to the end of that. Alec with the ball. Into Gabriel Enrique. I'm hoping he can have a good season at attacking midfield. He's got the attributes for it, so I'm hoping to see good things from him. He's obviously going to play a little bit of striker probably too. As Wilson finds the back of the net. Daryl Wilson playing right wing. gets his first goal of the season. We are 2-0 up after 28 minutes. We're looking like we are good for a Premier League challenge this season. Obviously, this isn't the toughest team we could have come against, but Gabriel Enrique with the assist. Busk with the pass before the assist. Busk has been very involved in this game. He's been very good so far. I've been very happy with him. Enrique's been great. Wilson's been great. Diaby apparently has won a 7.1. I'm very happy with this game so far. We've played like I had hoped. They don't have a single shot yet. As Busk has a bruised thigh, another bruise. I think you're going to be fine. Wolves are up on Liverpool. That's a big result so far. And they're going to win the tackle there, but it should win it. We don't win the header. Repes, who's actually like the top goal scorer, I believe, in the Premier League last season, or one of the top 3. Former Man United man, I believe. I like with the ball into Gabriel Enrique. Gets tackled. Savage ends up with the ball, though. Soler, Busk. Can Busk get another assist? Not this time. Well, unless Wilson can score this, which he can. Busk gets his second assist of the game. Wilson gets his second goal of the game. It's hard to give Busk a lot of credit for that. It was pretty much just Wilson doing that, like making that goal. Like, he's passed it to him, and he's got 2 defenders between him and the goal. And he just beats his man and gets a nice shot off. A good finish by Wilson. I'm really optimistic about this team. I'm really freaking optimistic because I think we've got a good team. Obviously, we're going to miss Diagne, but I think we've got capable replacements with Mather and Busk. I think we are stronger than we were last season, especially with our depth. But we'll see once we face a little bit better competition. But I'm happy with what I've seen so far. As Busk goes for a goal, he's trying to get a goal along his 2 assists. He's looking for that man of the match. As Wilson is also looking for a hat trick. That's going to be halftime. 3-0 up. They don't have a single shot. We have 10 shots, 5 on target. What a first half. An absolutely perfect first half. I'm delighted with your performance so far. Keep it up. The only negative is that Marcus Connor went off injured, and we don't have a whole lot of backup left wingers. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but hopefully he's not out for too long. Have a throw in here with a Bejan into Wilson. Back to a Bejan into Gabriel Enrique. Puts the ball across for Soler, but how does he hit that so far wide? He's directly in front of goal, and he hits it about almost out for a throw-in. That was pretty difficult to do. Gabriel Enrique is coming through with the ball now. Plays it back to a Bejan. Bejan using his pace to sprint down this right wing. Puts the ball back to post for Savage, but it's an easy save for the goalkeeper. Pretty much a pretty difficult attempt for Savage there. Like, if he scores that, that's an amazing performance. But just go with the ball from the goal kick. Back to Repes. Into Valencic. Valencic going down this right-hand side. Playing against Alak. They find a ball in, but Diaby heads it away. Only to Dawson. Dawson's probably going to be our first sub off just because he's on that yellow. Soler looking to go through on Golbo, but he puts it just wide. Soler with a little bit of a disappointing match so far. I am going to make that sub for Dawson. Bring on Jonathan Curtis. Take off the man with the sub. They finally have their first shot of the game. And it was on target, but I don't think they're coming back into this. They'd have to completely turn around their fortunes if they're going to come back into this game. And I just don't see that happening. De Oliveira looks at the ball to the back post, but they're going to try. They get a nice header at the back post by Faye. And they're 1 goal into this. Their second shot, and it goes in, but they're still 3-1 down. I still think we've done enough. De Oliveira puts a nice ball in, and a Bejan, all 5'3" of him, can't win that header. They now have a corner, and this is getting a little bit dangerous, but Gashi's able to come out and claim it. 73rd minute. If they score again, I'll be worried. I'll just say that. Savage has a chance to play in Soler, but he takes a shot from outside the area, but he still scores. I thought he took that shot a little early. Obviously, they had a defender closing him down, and he kind of had to take it. But a good finish into the bottom right corner. Gashi with the pass to assist. Nice ball through to Savage. Finds a nice flat pass to Soler, but he gets closed down. But he tries an early shot, and he finds the bottom right corner. We are 4-1 up. Soler finally gets his goal. Who needs to come on now? Who needs a little bit of match sharpness? I'm Might bring on Effiong just because he's got a little bit of potential. Maybe take off Soler so he don't risk him getting injured. Gonna move Daryl Wilson up top. Gonna bring on James Effiong. We got one sub left in our pocket. Probably gonna be, I don't know who I'm gonna take off last. Who do I have on the bench? Maybe bring on Mather. I think he needs some match sharpness. Mather and Allaire both need to, but Mather's going to be a starter, so I'm going to give him a little bit of time. Wait, I'm out of subs. That's right, because I had to make a sub for the injury. Well, we've made all our subs, so that's all that we're going to change. We're going to see this game out now. Praise the team. They've had 4 shots in the second half, all of them on target, which is pretty impressive, but it's not going to be enough. We win the game 4-1. Wilson with the man of the match. Great to see from our young right winger / striker. I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. How pleased are you with that win? I'm very happy we did everything we set out to do and proved to be by far the better team. Absolutely. We are top of the table after there's still a lot of games left to play. A lot of teams needing to play, so might not end up top of the table, but Marcus Connor out 3 to 4 weeks. That's unfortunate. Buss scores on his debut. Wilson on form. I'm going to also praise Busk for his quality of chances created. Now we've got an 8-day break until Leeds. We've got a pretty good record against them in our last meetings. Obviously, I wasn't here for any of those, but based on that Bournemouth math, if we can continue to play like that, we're going to be in a good spot. So I'll see you in a sec for that game against Leeds. And we are back for the Leeds match. Genovese has come in, so I think we are now at our strongest squad we can possibly put together. This is the best squad I think we have out there on the pitch today. Bejan, Genovese, Blake, and Alak at center back, or at the back line, with Gashi in goal. Dawson and Mather in the midfield. Ring on the left, Wilson on the right, Enrique behind Soler. I think that's our strongest 11. So, I'm going to throw it out there against Leeds, see what happens. I've got faith they can see this game through. I really am excited to see Genovese in the flesh because he looks like just an amazing center back. So I'm excited for him, but let's get out there, see if we can make it 2 wins from 2 in the Premier League. I'm going to say I know a lot of you will be keen to avenge what happened when we last played Leeds United. Go out there and express yourselves. We might have a lot of that because they did get relegated the last time they were in the Premier League, so we might have a lot of, you lost before, time to make them pay. We're going to have a lot of those. Chelsea's last meeting with Leeds United was a fair while ago. What do you think of your chances in this one? We've come on leaps and bounds since then. We're a different team now, and we're confident at our chances. Blair on Gashi takes the captain's armband today. What do you see in him as a leader? He's a natural choice under the circumstances and fully merits the decision. Leeds won their last game, so they're 1 for 1 so far. Goulas is a guy I've looked at a lot. He looks like he's really good, but he isn't rated by the scouts. But I think he looks like a really good center back, so not Genovese good, but pretty good. Genovese should be a stud for this team. Obviously, us and Leeds have only played 1 game, so we're both 1 game, 1 win. So this is not going to be an easy match, but I don't remember where Leeds finished last match. Or last year. I think it was mid-table, so we should be the better team. Hopefully we can see that on the pitch. As they're going to might have the first actual attack of the game. We just had a header headed over the bar, but look for a ball through, but Blake wins it. Enrique over the top for Soler, but he can't get past the defensive line. He's going to play back to Wilson on the right-hand side, who looks like he might put a ball. He goes for the goal. And, the keeper spills it, and Wilson almost gets on the end of it and puts it in an empty net. But the keeper's able to get to it quick enough. That was dangerous. Bejan on the ball now, using his pace. Putting in a ball for Mather, and Andrew Mather gets a goal in his Premier League starting debut. Actually, no, just his full debut. He didn't come off the bench because I was already out of subs, but this is his full debut for Chelsea, and he scores. So far, every player that we've given a debut to has scored, so now it's on Genovese to score a goal. Mather has scored. Both central midfielders have scored, a box-to-box midfielder. So that's pretty cool. Mather scored, Buss scored, and now Joe Blake has scored. I thought that was going to be Genovese, but it's Blake from the corner. We are 2-0 up after 9 minutes. I think this is going to be a good season now. I'm going to say it now. think we're winning the league. I think this team is good enough to win the Premier League. We obviously showed we could compete with the likes of Arsenal last year in the FA Cup. We took them all the way to penalties. I think this team is good enough to challenge for the Premier League title. I'm not going to guarantee we're going to win it, but I guarantee that we're going to challenge. And if that comes back to haunt me, it is what it is, but I think we're definitely going to put up a title challenge. If we could do it with Everton, surely we can do it with Chelsea. Like, this team is better than the Everton team I won the Premier League with, as they're going to score a nice ball across the Bellinets. Alan Bellinets puts the ball into the bottom left corner of the goal. The keeper's right-hand side. The keeper's not able to get down and save it. A nice passing play by Leeds, you got to say. This is a nice ball across from Video. Perfect ball across the Bellinets, and there's nothing we can do there. That's one of those goals where you just have to hold your hands up and say, wow, you deserved it. They deserved that goal. They played that really well. Some nice passing. A nice cross. Nothing we could have done, I felt like. Bejan now, he's on a yellow card. Into Dawson. Into Gabriel Enrique. Backs to a Bejan who's got a lot of space. Puts the ball through to Wilson, but he's got a tight angle. Falls to Mather. Andrew Mather. A brace on his debut, including a wonderful strike from outside the area on his left foot, which is his strong foot, but still, a great finish. The ball goes in for a Bejan to Wilson, who hits it, but it goes off the defender right to Mather, and he just cushions it off the inside of the post and into the back of the net. A beautiful finish from Mather, and we are 3-1 up now. Green with the ball in, but he can't win the header. I'm hoping for a Genovese goal. I want every single debutant to score. So I'm hoping for a Genovese goal here from a corner, probably most likely. Wilson's on the ball to Matt. No way. Oh, nearly makes it 2 for 2 from outside the area, but he just puts it on the outside of the post this time. We might have found ourselves a ball player here. Andrew Mather looks like the real deal. I'm excited to see what we can get from him. I think he's a stud. I think he's way better than the star rating suggests. Like, this whole time they said he's only a 3-star player, but I just think he's so much better. I think he's as good as Diagne. We'll compare them after this match, because I want to see exactly where they score a goal. Keeper comes out to get it, but can't get there before Craig Doyle does. And they're right back in this. But as I was saying, I'm going to compare them, because I think he's just as good, if not better, than Diagne is. And he's 3 stars. Diagne was 4 stars. I know some of that was his report. I think he was consistent or liked big matches or one of the two. And his versatility, I think, also helps his star rating. He could play two positions naturally at a 4-star ability. But Leeds somehow have 2 goals from 2 shots, 0.33 XG, because Football Manager hates me. If we lose this game, I'm going to be very upset. I'm not happy with your performance. Defensively, I'm happy with the offensive performance. Defensively, I'm not happy. Not good enough defensively. Allowed 2 shots which both went in. Gave them two opportunities that were too good for them to miss. So Gabriel Enrique has the ball on the right-hand side. He's going to pull it back to Bejan. Back to Gabriel Enrique. Haven't seen a whole lot from Gabriel Enrique, but he's had a good rating. Got another good rating. Well, it doesn't have a good rating. He's on a 6.6. That's going to be offside. So Wilson with another good rating today. Mather with a great rating. Obviously 2 goals. I don't think he got the assist, so 2 goals. That goal has been disallowed for offsides. See how close it was. Wilson with the ball through, and he's a couple feet off. So the right decision, but I would like another goal. They've gone 3 up top. Do I change the 3 at the back? Just trying to stop that? I mean, they still only have 2 shots. Feel a little bit hard done by here. They should not be in this game the way they are. Gabriel Enrique, back to Dawson. Haven't seen a whole lot from Dawson just yet. That's a nice ball to Wilson, though. He takes it down greatly. Greatly? Wonderfully. I don't know what word to say. They eventually get the ball cleared. Up to the top to Bellinets eventually. They've got a kind of attack here going on. That's never going to work. A very, very long shot from very far out. And it goes very, very far over. They finally don't have 2 shots, 2 goals. They have 5 shots, 2 goals, but 2 shots on target and 2 goals. As we're going to have the ball here in their penalty area. Alak with the ball into Mather, into Gabriel Enrique, back to a Bejan. A Bejan with the ball through to Wilson. Back to Dawson. I feel like Dawson should be so much better than he is. Like, his passing and tackling and vision are all amazing. As Wilson finds a ball across for Pedro Soler. And Soler has to get in on the goal scoring. He just loves the goal. Wilson with a great cross. Wilson has been fantastic these first two matches. Wilson's been probably the man of the episode so far. Mather's obviously had a great debut, but Wilson with, a goal, an assist, and another assist today? I think he had a goal and assist last match. What an appearance. What a start from Daryl Wilson. I wasn't sure how he'd fare in the Premier League, really, because, when I started him last season, I played that formation. I played the 4-2-4 because I wanted Daryl Henderson in the team. I felt like he was the best prospect at the club. I felt like he could compete at the championship level. I wanted him in the squad. And he backed that up with a wonderful performance. Ring needs to come off here, so I'm actually going to make a little bit of a change. I'm going to move Gabriel Enrique to the left. Play him as an inverted... Play him as an inverted winger on attack. And I'm going to bring in Cerulis. Give him his debut for under my watch. Wilson's also tired, so I might as well take him off. Bring on Gavrich. They're going to have a highlight, though, in the 82nd minute. A ball in. Blake heads it out. Got another 2-goal lead, so hopefully we don't throw this one away, too. Dawson finds the ball through to Soler. There's a man on his left in a lot of space, and that's Ring. He's going to look for a ball across, or he's going to go for goal. He goes for goal and hits the side netting, because that's what Football Manager does. Nathan with a goal kick now. Surely we can't give this up from here, as he's going to be sent off. Maybe we can give this up from here, because Alak has been sent off in the first match of the season. We are down to 10 men. Now we need to go defensive. Who comes off? Cerulis, I'm going to be thinking I might take you off. You might have just come in, but... yeah, I think Cerulis has to come off. Unfortunately for him, I just need everyone else on the pitch. So he's going to be the odd man out. I'm going to go fullbacks on defend. Put our wingbacks on support. Gavrich can play deeper. He can play on support. Going to go defensive. Going to waste time. Should be able to control this game. So I'll go shorter passing, extremely low tempo. Don't run the defense. Don't pass into space. Hold shape. Regroup. Drop the line. Okay. Now let's just see this game out. Tell the team to focus. There's 4 minutes left. They need 2 goals. I feel bad for Cerulis because he literally had just come on, but that's the only sub I can make. Maybe I take Soler off and move Cerulis up top, but if they score 1 goal, then I've got Cerulis at striker, and I don't feel very good about that if we needed a goal. So I think that was the only change I had to make, unfortunately for him, but we get the win, 4-2, fully deserved, 23 shots to their 5, 2 XG to their 0.45, and we win 4-2. I would like more than 7 of our 23 shots on target, but it's still a good performance. A good win, boys. Well done. Not the best performance of the season, but for a team that's pretty good in Leeds, I think that's a good result. The referee had a lot of work today with your team picking up several cards. Does that evident aggression worry you? It shows they got stuck in, which is fine by me. Jorannis Cerulis was substituted in the 84th minute with the player himself having previously come on early in the match. What happened there? I'm sure he's disappointed, and I've spoken to him about it, but it's football. Anything can happen. We had a sending off. He was the odd man out. That was the only decision I could have made. Mather makes an immediate impact. Let's praise him. Praise his performance in front of goal. Alak banned for a match. We've been fined for our yellow cards after having 6 yellow cards. Mather on form. I'm surprised Daryl... I guess he got the man of the match over Daryl Wilson, but I'm very happy with Daryl Wilson. He's my man of the match. Obviously, Mather had a great game too, but Wilson, I guess just because he played so well last game, but if you see on the screen, we do have Levante in the 4th qualifying round of the Europa Conference League, so we don't even get straight into the group stage of the Conference League. We go into the 4th qualifying round. We have Levante. That game is up next. But I'll probably come back for Levante Arsenal, the second leg against Levante, and our game against Arsenal. Then we've got Tottenham in the EFL Cup second round. I'm not too worried about the Cups. Now that we're in the Premier League, I think we can get European football through the league. So I'm not as worried about the Cups now, but what a run this is going to be that we're on. Southampton, Levante, Arsenal, Tottenham, City, Liverpool, Wolves. That is the toughest run I've ever seen. That is ridiculous. And of course, we got about the hardest match we could have gotten in the EFL Cup. Obviously, we could have gotten a lot easier draw than Levante. We could have gotten like a, I don't know, Belgian team, like one of the worst Belgian teams that make Europe. But no, instead we get a La Liga team. So that's pretty unfortunate. But I still think we should be able to beat them pretty comfortably. This is going to be a tough run. I'll see you next time for Levante Arsenal. If you've made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials will also be in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Before you close this video, I know I just did the outro, but I remembered after I did the outro that I was going to show you Mather and Diagne in comparison to each other. This is how they compare. I think Mather is the better player. He's better everywhere except for defensively and a little bit attacking, but better vision, better speed, better physical, a lot better mentally. I think he's probably the better player, even though he's only a 3-star. Diagne is a 4-star. I think he's the better player. Diagne, does he have big matches or anything like that? Yeah, he has big matches. Nothing for consistency, though. So I think that's part of the reason why he's got high versatility, good big matches. I think that really helps to his current ability rating. He does have poor consistency, though, so I think that would hurt. And fickle. But I think Mather is the better player. I'm happy bringing him in. I think that's a good signing for the club. I think we're stronger than we were last season, so that's it. I just wanted to show that. I'll see you next time. Thank you all for joining me. See you later.